The secret side of me, I never let you see. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. So stay away from me, the beast is ugly. I feel the rage and I just can't hold it. It's scratching on the walls, in the closet, in the halls. It comes awake and I can't control it. Hiding under the bed, in my body, in my head. Why won't somebody come and save me from this? Make it end. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. It's hiding in the dark, its teeth are razor sharp. There's no escape for me, it wants my soul, it wants my heart. No one can hear me scream, maybe it's just a dream. Maybe it's inside of me. Stop this monster. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I'm gonna lose control, it's something radical. I must confess that I feel like a monster.
White flag waves. Come on, Dino, bring it home. Dino can hear him yelling. He sees the checkered flag waving. He gets it done.
Works his way off turn number 4. Down here across the stripe. Jack hit. We'll get your win.
Clevenger wins at the Lanier National Speedway. Checkered flag wave. Give it to Putt Putt.
Final lap. Here we go. Drag race down the backstretch. Who's it going to be? They're so tight coming here off the lead. And it's going to be, holy crap, it's going to be Chris Thompson. Dean Reynolds down here through 3 and 4. Coming up off, looking good and clean. He will get the win here at Lernerville. Patrick Spangler working off of 4. He will get your win here tonight at Lanier. That 280 and Jeff Sharp trying to close in on the 72.
Get there, checkered flag wave. William Watson holds on. Yes, sir.
Welcome to Thursday Night Thunder here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is a sad day in the racing community, obviously. For those that may have not heard, not just the NASCAR world, but the racing world lost one of the greatest drivers of all time, in Kyle Busch. But we will race in his spirit tonight and go racing as Kyle will want to. Glad you could join us here. Marty Sakala with you. Alongside the man that I am actually filling in for, well, sort of filling in for, but he is back with us to say some words. Our buddy Shaggy himself, Zach Chapman. Zach, first off, pleasure to be back with you, brother. We hope you're feeling a lot better. We definitely, I know the racetrack you work at on weekends is definitely thinking about you. We're all thinking about you. We've been praying for you. We love you, man. And we're glad you're back with us in some sort of capacity tonight.
Yeah, man. I'm glad I'm back too. In what capacity that is, I'm sure we'll all figure out here together in a little bit. It's weird, man. I guess I had a stroke last week. So what that means, I don't really know. I guess we'll try to play it by ear 1 week at a time. Hopefully I get a little bit back here week by week, day by day. But it's good to be back. It's good to hear familiar sounds, familiar voices, and man, being around all of you guys. You guys are a big part of me, man, and I love doing this. It's a huge thing to me. The sights and sounds, man, the speeds of coast to coast. It's a thing that has got me going, and I love it, man. I don't know what I'd do without you, Marty, and I don't know what I'd do without these guys here at Coast to Coast. That's for sure.
Well, Zach, first off, let me tell you this: you sound great after your emergency earlier this week. Take all the time you need to getting back to doing this solo dolo, and before you're producing and broadcasting together. But hey, it's glad that we have you up here in the booth at the same time tonight, and let's have some fun tonight, shall we?
Let's do it.
Alrighty. So it's round at number 10 of of Thursday Night Thunder, Force of Habit. But we're getting set to go for the 358s, which are brought to you by our friends out at Hawks Garage. Zach and I will be calling the small blocks and the big blocks. Adam Flieger will take you through the pro late models later tonight. And so we've got qualifying underway. Just a couple minutes here to put 2 laps up on the board. First driver we'll watch here, the driver of the number 76, Rylan Banks. You see the qualifying, your favorite driver at the bottom of your screen. And yeah, when I heard before we're watching qualifying, when I heard that you were dealing with this situation, Zach, I had sent a text to Dean and I said, hey, if there's any way I can help out filling in for you, let me know. And they wanted me to help out on Thursday this week, and I said absolutely, I'll step in and help out you and help out the rest of the gang. So Rylan Banks sets the bar with a 27.85. Chad Lackey second with a 20.79. Brian Dickens goes third. We'll watch the time here for Lackey as he makes his way through 3 and 4. Jeff Barker goes fourth at a 28.09. Banks, the Brewer, I should say, goes up to second at 20.78. Lackey's second lap, quick time, 27.49, 2:07.49 for Chad Lackey. A beautiful lap on lap number 2. Let's see if Mike Brewer can better his second lap time and across the start-finish line. He is slower, but stays third at a 20.78. We'll bring in Dino off for turn number 4. Dino's got a busy weekend, full of dirt car action, up to 7th quick at a 20.88. Of course, Super Dirt Car Series at Wheat Sports Sunday, and then Thunder Mountain on Monday on Memorial Day. The Philly Flyer, Trevor Giroux, who is just bummed as I am with the way our Stanley Cup playoff run has come to an end. 6th quick at a 20.83, and so that will do it for qualifying. We've got a full field with us, over a full field, 25 drivers checking in, so we will be sending 1 driver home this evening. We get set to go here for heat race number 1. Let's meet the field and give you tonight's starting lineup. As I think we may be having some technical difficulties getting our starting lineup figured out here. But we'll pop it up here on the live timing anyway, as Michael Vecchio is on pole position here in the number 147. There we go. To the outside, it's the jokester, Michael Vitale, in the 213. Row number 2, Brian Dickens in the 122. To the outside, it is Chad Lackey in the 66. Again, we invert the top 4 before taking the green flag. Row number 3, the salesman. He's now a college student. What happened there? Blake Chapman in the 20 to the outside. It's Brian Moore Sr. in car number 55. Row 4, Billy Roberts. He is in the 099 to the outside. It's Brett Wozlowski in the 25. And rounding out the grid, it is Terry Walters in the 327. Let us know who you're rooting for in the chat. We'll give you a shout out live and on the air. And let me know how everything's sounding here on the broadcast. I haven't touched the Streamlabs setup for Coast to Coast in a little while. So it is good to improve and get ready for, though, what's coming up next week, obviously, and that is Super Dirt Modified Week happening at the Steel Palace or the Clay Palace of Oswego Speedway. I will be on the call for that one, Zach. I believe if you're feeling 100%, you'll be on the call for that as well. And we'll talk more details on that coming up later on during warm-ups. But we've got a packed field for that as well.
Yeah, that should be a good one. Is that coming up next week?
Next
or is that
week.
2 weeks?
Next week.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
26th through the 28th, I believe. Let me just make sure. Yep, that is correct. And we'll have that right here for you on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. So winner on pole position here for heat race winner starts on pole position for the feature here as we get ready to take the green in heat race number 1. So it's a pair of Michaels that make up the front row for our Hawks Garage 358 Modifieds. They're set to come down for Barney's green flag.
Green, green, green.
Here we go for the first heat race of the night. Good start from Vitali, able to clear Vecchio. He and Lackey get side by side at 3. Vecchio throws a little bit of a short slider. Brian Dickens, though, gives Lackey the elbow, and he is outside of the top 4. Remember, it's the top 4 drivers that transfer in, and Lackey's in a little bit of a danger spot right now early, Zach.
Yeah, right now, Blake Chapman, he's got to feel good hanging out right now. P5, first got to go to that B main, but danger zone anywhere back behind. I mean, right now,
Whoa!
P5.
Hang on there, Michael Vecchio. What a save. Oh, and Lackey almost thought about going 4 wide, which you can't do at Williams Grove Speedway. They're 3 wide, though, through 1 and 2. Vecchio's got the edge, though, over the salesman. Chapman trying to secure the 4th spot here at the start-finish line. Moore now trying to fight for his life. 2 by 2 across the stripe, but still Vecchio with 3rd, Zach.
Yeah, and Blake's not
Oh,
done
trouble
yet.
back. It's Lackey. Lackey gets turned off for Billy Roberts in the 99, and those 2 will likely go down into a B-main spot.
And just like that, you said it, Lackey and Roberts, they're both going to the B main. It doesn't matter what happens now the rest of the way. I mean, Vecchio, Chapman, they're probably going to the A here, but you never really know. But those other guys, they've got to wait around. They're going to the B.
Take it right on board here with Brian Moore Sr. in the 55. Rolling his way through 3 and 4. 3 laps to go in Heat 1. Vecchio with the edge on Chapman. They've been Nerf bar to Nerf bar for the last 3-4 laps or so. And now Moore gets a run here on the 747, on the 147 correction for 4th. And they touch for a moment. Now Brett Wislowski tries to become a factor in this with 2 to go, Zach. Big old slider from Moore, and he throws the hip check at Michael Vecchio. Here comes Wislowski, looking for the 2-for-1 discount off turn 2, and he gives a little bit of a nudge to Brian Moore, saying, hey, pal, I don't like maybe what you did. I'll throw the slider back at you. And Wislowski's cleared for 4th with 1 lap to go, and we've got a battle for the pole position on our hands. Dickens and Vitali touch through 1 and 2, as Dickens tried to throw the elbow at Vitali. That allows the jokester to clear. Wislowski still with 4th on Brian Moore Sr. Moore tries to get the run. Here comes Vecchio trying to get a chance. It won't work. Checkers wave. Michael Vitali will start on pole tonight. Woo! And Zach, that's just the start to the evening.
No kidding. Vitali, Dickens, Chapman, Wislowski, your top 4 there. And, well, we got a lot more fighting and clawing left, Marty. It's not going to be easy here. This second top 4 that's going to go, it may get a lot harder to fight for than that front 4.
Well, we move on to heat race number 2. Let's get you the starting lineup for that one here in just a couple moments. On the pole, it's Mason Hine in the number 89, and to the outside, it's going to be Dean Reynolds in the 79. Row number 2, Ryland Banks in the 76, and to the outside, it's the Bird to Beast, Jeff Barker in the 513. Zach, go ahead, take the rest for me.
What number were you at, Marty?
I
I'm
was
sorry.
on row number 2, so we're on 5th and 6th.
All right, so row 3 to the inside, the 21 of Jonathan Tahifagen. To the outside, the 61 of Alton. 4th, row 4 to the outside, or to the inside, the 066 of Mike Weeda. To the outside, the 8, the 06 of Scott Thomason.
Let me just make sure I got this right. How do you pronounce Jonathan's last name?
Tahifagen. That's how I'm going it. That's how I'm going with it. I don't know how we're going with it. How are we doing it? How are you doing it?
I thought it was Tahifagen, but hey, you're the broadcaster of this Thursday Night Thunder. You're the one that knows.
Well, yeah, but he's kind of a fresh one, if I'm being honest.
Oh,
with
he's
you.
You've never seen that name before?
I think I've maybe gotten him like 2 times. Like if I'm being honest.
Okay, so we'll go-
he's kind of a fresh one.
Jonathan, if you're watching, let me know in the chat, please. All right.
Yeah, since he's a fresh one, yeah, he can definitely let us know.
Alrighty. Let's see if we got that grid working. There it is. So Hind, Reynolds, Barker, Banks, Tahifjian, Forth, Weeda, and Thomason. As we get set to go for Heat 2, winner will line up on the front row. Top 4 transfer into the show this evening. Everyone outside will head to our B main. Green is out. We got a little bit sideways there in the back. Hine and Reynolds staying side by side here for the top spot. A little bit of a slider by Tahifjian in fourth. Both sent them both up the hill. As it's 2x2 amongst the front 4 spots. Reynolds leads lap number 1, Zach.
Yeah, and I think right now they've got a pretty much an agreement made between the top 4 here. Let's be nice. Let's pull away. You see Barker there. He's just hanging out there fourth. Top 4 pulling away, doing their own thing. And meanwhile, back 4, they're not playing around very nice here, Marty.
Nah, Alton fourth actually caught the wall a little bit. Not sure if there was contact in the back. But he keeps things going. Let's ride on board here with Banks in the 76 as he watches Hyde and Reynolds going at it for the top spot. Dino able to clear Hyde by about a car length and a half.
Here comes Tahifjian in that 21 machine too in the 5. He may not have got the memo. He's hanging out right here in the tire tracks of the 513. He may try to jump out, make a move, 4 to go. Cross flags in the air this time.
And now we start to see a race for 4th breakout. Like you said, Tahifjian and Barker, the Bruins and Beast. You've got company down the back chute. Let's see if Tahifjian sets it up underneath, goes middle groove of the racetrack. Meanwhile, Hine with a little diamond through 3 and 4 to see if he can close in. The gap remains 2 car lengths behind Reynolds with 3 to go, Zach. And look at them. Both Barker and Tahifjian throwing sliders. Go ahead.
Yeah, and this is playing perfect right now for Dino, who's leading this thing, man. He is setting up to come to the stripe here with 2 to go. I mean, if he wins this thing, he's P1 come to the stripe to the feature, you know, P1.
Oh, no! High gets it to Reynolds.
No.
Ryland Banks finds a gap. He takes away 2nd spot. I think that may have helped Dino, then hurt Dino. It hurt Mason Hine even more. And now he's in company from Tahifjian and Jeff Barker, who have just been in Slide Job City with 1 lap to go.
White flag waves, 1 lap to go, half a mile to play here at Williams Grove, Marty.
So it's Reynolds over Banks as they go down the back into turn number 3. Hine trying to look for 1 Hail Mary. Not going to work. Coming to the stripe. Dean Reynolds will start outside front row. He wins Heat 2. Banks in 2nd. Hine 3rd. Tahifjian in 4th. 5th, Jeff Barker. 6th, Mike Weeda. 7th, Scott Tomasin. And 8th, Alton 4th. So Jonathan is watching. How do we pronounce your last name? Is it Tahifjian or Tahafjian? So let us know. So, alrighty. Getting set to go.
Oh, what the hell of room am I?
Are you good?
Oh my God! Yeah, what room am I in? Am I good? Why don't you look at the other cars I'm in and then tell me if I'm
boy.
good? This is unbelievable.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Yeah. I don't know what to say about that. Jason Butterfield and Sam Bachman. That is row number 1. Hey, at least you got Butters with you, all right, Zach? At least you've got Butters with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, that's row number 1. Row 2, Trevor Giroux on the outside. It's the Brew Crew, Mike Brewer in the 39. Row number 3, Jeff Sharp in the 28. And to the outside, it's Shane Billings in the 17. On the final row, Tom Atlas in the 68. And Zach Chapman rounding up the rear in the 72. So I am going to put you on mute here for now. All the best of luck here in this heat, and then we'll bring you back in after the heat race, all right?
Yep, gonna need it.
All right, sounds good. So Zach is getting set to go. Oh my, we were way off. We were way off. Hang on a second. Let me get back into the Discord here. All right, we were quick. You and I were way off, partner. It was Tahophagen.
Okay, yeah, we were a little off.
Yeah, see, this is why we ask, all right? This is why we ask. So, all right, good luck, Zach. I would not have guessed that. So, Tahophagen. They call him the wild child, apparently, too. All righty. Up. Tahophagen. I got two. Is it Tahophagen or Tahophagen, guy? I'm going to go with Tahophagen just because that's what the driver said. So, all right, heat race number 3. Winner starts inside row number 2. And so it's Butters and Bachman that bring us to green. Heat race number 3, set for the green flag. Here we go. Oh, Trevor Giroux thinking a little bit 3 wide. It is an FTM sandwich, basically, with Butters in the meat. But it's Bachman that gets through with the lead. Butterfield, nice slider up on Brewer for 3rd. Trevor Giroux with the final transfer spot, but he's got company from Shane Billings, a pair of Canadians bailing it for 4th. No yaw, though, from Giroux in turn 1. Could allow Jeff Sharp to maybe capitalize around the top side for 5th. Meanwhile, in front of them, Brewer looking for the 2nd spot. Here we go. Jeff Sharp looking for the 5th spot. Brewer a little bit sideways. Can't do anything about it there. Meanwhile, Brewer trying a different line compared to the top 2, and Butters with the quickest lap last time by at a 21 flat. See your top 4 all nose to tail, top 5 nose to tail. Giroux trying to come up the hill, a little bit of a late slider at the end. Can't do it. Sharp able to clear for 5th. Billings still holding his ground on the bottom, testing out to see possibly if it could be a lane to use when it comes to feature time later on when they go 30 laps around Williams Grove. Sam Bachman out in front. After tonight could be a race away. Trouble! Jeff Sharp goes or almost got around to the 28. There is contact from behind by Zach Chapman. And so Shane Billings opens up a bigger gap. Trevor Giroux was able to find his way through. And now we got more contact in the back. Chapman, Sharp, and Atlas all got together. So 2 laps to go here at Williams Grove. We watch the battle here. Bachman, who could be a race away from clinching the 358 title at the end of the night, possibly. Obviously, the championships won't be made official until the end of the race, but these are the top 3 in points coming in, and actually, I should correct myself. That is without drops in effect. It's Bachman up on the Reynolds, 635 to 567, but it's top 3. All FTM, who know very well how to race modifieds. Especially with the setups, whether or not they're fixed or open. Checkers wave. Sam Bachman will start 3rd tonight. Butterfield 2nd, Brewer 3rd, Billings 4th, Giroux in 5th, Sharp 6th, Chapman 7th, and Atlas in 8th. So the Samaconda picks up heat race number 3. And it sounds like we're ready to go for B-main action. And let's make sure we've got everything here correct. And yes, it is. So we're taking 12 to the feature. So rule of thumb, don't finish last or else you're going home. So let's get this lineup here set for you. I actually don't know if we have it yet. Give us a moment here. Again, back to producing this and broadcasting at the same time, so bear with me. Alrighty, Zach, what'd you learn out there on the racetrack as we get set to go for this Consi?
Don't finish in last. No, realistically, man, I'm not I know I'm not myself. You know, I'm not the quickest guy out here. I'm just trying to put on just go out here, be somewhat competitive, you know. That's all. If
You're out here having fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's all this is. I was searching for the words. You found them for me. I appreciate it.
All right, let's get you that lineup here as they roll here for our B
And
main.
we don't have Alton fourth on the racetrack with us, so we've got our 12, Marty.
So either fourth will grid late, or if he doesn't grid, then this is just a free practice session for the 12 drivers here. So it's Brian Moore Sr. and Jeff Barker. That is the front row. Row 2, the Philly Flyer, Trevor Giroux and Michael Vecchio, the 147. Row number 3, Mike Wida in the 066 next to Jeff Sharp in the 28. Row 4, Terry Walters in the 327 next to Chad Lackey in the 66. I'm sorry, Scott Tomasin in the 06. And around the top 10, it's Shaggy Zach Chapman in the 72 and Chad Lackey in the 66. The final row, Alton 4th in the 61. Tom Atlas in the 68. There you see in the background, there's Alton 4th. So he did grid, but he will be starting from the pits. So we technically still have a beam in. Basically, don't wreck and you're good to go, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck, Zach. We'll put you back on mute.
Appreciate it.
All right, here we go for the B main. Moore and Barker bring us to green. Top 12 transfer into the dance. Oh, look at this. 3 wide for the race lead. Trevor Giroux, who did not make it, looks to go 2 for 1 down in Mama's basement, possibly. Nice slider off for turn number 4. Giroux leads lap number 1. Doesn't have Barker cleared, though, just yet. Oh, we got trouble with the back, though. That's Tomasin that went around. That could give an opportunity to Alton Ford, though, but he's across the start-finish line. Nobody wrecked majorly, though, at the same time, so Chad Lackey is good to go for right now. Good battle for position number 5 of the track. Sharp and Walters, that 327 in the America scheme. Oh, actually, you know what? No, that's a Cody Rhodes scheme. Whoa! The American Nightmare scheme in the 6th spot. Yes, me too. Even I know my WWE. And Tom Atlas has crashed with the 68. The right front is gone. Alton 4th had Christmas come early for him. Oh boy, the Wildcat fans are going to be happy about that one tonight. 4th will make the feature. Tom Atlas is out of it. So we've got your field, and it's all just about getting a good starting spot for the feature this evening. Now Atlas can use a quick repair if he wants. And nope, the engine is toast on that 68. I don't know if he actually did check it or not, because he could have hoped for somebody. So he did get the quick. Oh boy, we got a glitch here. The right front is not connected properly. You know what? I want to be a fly on the wall and watch this. We have got a weird glitch here in iRacing. Look at this. Yeah, that car is not even steering. The right front did not get fixed up. I think that's something that's unrepairable with a quick repair. But Giroux's still leading. Let's watch this into 3. Yeah, if I'm Atlas, put that puppy in the pits. Now pull it to a stop. Get that towed out of respect. A for effort, though, for Atlas. I'll give him credit, though. But Giroux still out in front, lead by 8/10 and a big crash behind them. Zach Chapman goes around with Billy Roberts with nowhere to go. That'll put them near the back of the field for the feature this evening. And Chapman just trying to hang on to that 72. 4-car race, though, for second with 2 to go. One hugging the high side for right now. Final lap underway. Big old slider from Moore. Barker counters it back. The Brewerton Beast through to second. Hopefully his home track can get running on Friday night, depending on the weather. Believe they ran earlier. Yeah, they ran last week, though, even with a wild modify crash. Checkers, though, out. Moore edged out Sharp for third, but it's Trevor Giroux correction that takes the win in our Consi. So preliminary action here for our Hawks Garage 358s are in the books. Warm-ups, meanwhile, are complete, and this gives us a chance to tell you about Super Dirt Modified Week coming up in just a couple weeks from now. Let me make sure.
At Clear Path for...
This is it, sorry. We'll air that next one in just a moment. But yeah, Super Dirt Modified Week, a lot of bonuses so far. And this is what's happening Tuesday to Thursday in honor of Clear Path for veterans, with all Coast to Coast members or any new that are 3,000 I rating or less. We've got qualifying happening on Tuesday with time trials and the heats, just like at the Real Super Dirt Week. Top 6 to qualify will be locked into the show, and top 8 qualify to the feature. Wednesday will be our B mains and our pole scramble for the first 3 rows of the feature. And then Thursday night we will have our features, 75 laps for the 358s and 100 laps for the big blocks. If he is all clear to go, Shaggy will be broadcasting it live. Winner gets $50 plus a trophy. And door prizes as well up for grabs. 10 for one division, 15 for both, and feel free to donate more if you can. And these are the bonuses so far up for grabs besides the features and the qualifiers. Hard Charger, Hard Luck. Highest finishing 358 driver over 55, so the retreads division. And the first 2 drivers that missed qualifying as well. So, Shaggy, I always enjoy Super Dirt Modify Week. You know, we did a little couple years ago. I put together a little Coast to Coast 200, doing 200 laps around Oswego, and that was a lot of fun. That had a great turnout. We've got a good turnout for this one coming up next week.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a good time. Hopefully, I get my stuff back together and can remember more than 15 laps at a time here, so I can get everything together. But yeah, it should be a good time, man. It's going to be a blast.
Dino posted the list of entries to date for next week, and folks, 40 drivers have registered. That's awesome. Now, I don't know if it's for one division or if it's for both divisions, but that is absolutely awesome to see.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've got guys like even ones that have been running, other leagues, like not to, everybody's important to me, but after my injury, not to, or here, let me pull over. But yeah, guys like Roger Craig, I'll be pumped to see him back.
Same.
We've got other ones.
Joe Canellis
just so
as
many.
well.
Yeah, Joe Canellis. It's going to be good to just have those guys back, and it's going to be fun.
I'm trying to see who else here on this empty entry list. John Hine, I'm excited to see the Professor again. Bob DeGood. And then some of those that are outside, like Joey Ladaseur. I believe Ty Dickinson. I don't believe he's with Coast to Coast. I can't remember off the top of my head. But just a bunch of them. Remember, I haven't been here in a couple months, so bear with me. So, alrighty. I think we're ready to go racing. What do you say, Zach? You ready to go racing?
Ready as I'm gonna get.
All right. Time to meet the field here. 30 laps around Williams Grove Speedway. Here is tonight's starting lineup. On the front row, it's the jokester, Michael Vitale in the 213. To the outside, it's Dean Reynolds in the 79. Row number 2, it's the Sam Akonda, Sam Bachman in the 007, next to Brian Dickens in the 122. Row 3, Ryland Banks in the 76. To the outside, it's Butters, Jason Butterfield in the 93. Row number 4, the salesman, Blake Chapman in the 20. To the outside, it's Mason Hine in the 89. Running out the top 10 this evening, the Brew Crew, Mike Brewer in the 39. And it's Brett Wazlowski running out the top 10 in the 25. Row 6 this evening, you've got Jonathan Tahofjan in the 21. Next to him, it's Shane Billings in the 17. Row number 12 this evening, excuse me, row 7 this evening, the Philly Flyer, Trevor Giroux, the 075. Next to the Brewer to Beast, Jeff Barker in the 513. Row 8, Brian Moore Sr. in the 55. Next to Jeff Sharp in the 28. And in row number 9, Mike Guida in the 066, and Chad Lackey in the 66. And row 10, Terry Walters in the 327, and Scott Tomasin in the 06. Final 4 drivers of the field this evening, Billy Roberts in the 099, Michael Vecchio in the 147, Shaggy Zach Chapman in the 72, and Alton Forth in the 61. All right, we're ready to go green flag racing here. We'll have 1 to green at the line. Zach, your pick to win.
Okay, Marty, let me scroll towards the top here. It's been a little bit. You know what? I'm not even going to take any longer on it. Dino, he's my man. Let's go. Get it done, Dean.
There you go, Dino. All right. My pick. Well, now you stole my pick. Give me Bachman to get it done in the 7, all right?
Ah, that's a good one. That is a good one.
So, all righty, man. All the best. Good luck.
All right, gonna need it.
So we will have, as we get set to go to green in honor of KB himself, we will go silent on lap 8 this evening. So it's Michael Vitale, Dean Reynolds to bring us to green off at turn number 4. Time to shake and bake for the first time tonight here at Williams Grove Speedway. The Hawks Garage 358 Modifieds. It's time to get it on. Vitale pulls through with the early race lead. Bachman looking for second on Dean Reynolds. Brian Dickens tries to thread the needle. 3 wide for third. Some near contact there up top across the line. It's the jokester, Michael Vitale, leading lap number 1. Side by side for third between Dickens and Bachman. Trouble the back. Mason High goes around, collects a couple of them. Wazlowski up in the air as the big one breaks out here at the Grove. We'll take a look at the replay here. All started with that 89 car of High going sideways. Just a stack up top and eventually led it to the bottom. Couple of onboards here. Let's go with Shane Billings. Now we'll go Jeff Barker. So first caution here will bring us to our first double file restart of the night. So we'll rack 'em and stack 'em here in just a moment. And then we'll come back to green. All right, reset the field here as we come back to the green flag. Dean Reynolds and Sam Bachman, row 1. Jason Butterfield, Brian Dickens, row 2. Blake Chapman, Rylan Banks, row 3. Mike Brewer, Mason Hine, row 4. Jonathan Tahofjan and Shane Billings rounds out the top 10. We come back to the green flag. 2 laps are in the books. Looks like some internet issues possibly with Michael Vitale off that restart. Don't know what has happened to the 213, but we've got a new race leader, and it's Dean Reynolds with the 79. Jason Butterfield now in second. Dickens and Bachman going at it for the 3rd spot. The new quickest lap of the race just went to Butters with a 21:33. Mike Brewer in 5th. Good start for him up 4 spots. 3 wide, and I think they were just about 4 wide for a moment in the back of the field. Good slider from Dickens off of turn number 2. Brewer still racing Dickens for that 4th spot. Brewer working it really well on the top side. Brewer, the first driver on the bottom, trying to get some bite, and also at the same time trying to maybe save some of that right rear Hoosier tire. Does have a challenge, though, from Banks at the same time, and that's 76. Field all scattered all throughout the racetrack here. We're showing a little bit of smoke off that 39, so he loses the spot. Here comes Tahofjan, looking for the 7th spot. So Dean Reynolds leads as we work lap number 8. Caution flag waves, and we've got Weta around in the 66. Take a look and see how this was caused. Oh, he got a yeeted there for Vecchio, looks like, in the 147. I think we may have been trying the slider there at the same time. Another accident for Brett Weslowski as well. Let's ride on board with him. Yeah, Vecchio just went a little bit deep. Now we'll ride with Weta as he was racing more for a position at the same time. Just came out of nowhere there. So lights are off here. We'll get set to come back to the green flag. Dean Reynolds still leading this one. So Reynolds and Butterfield, row 1. Bachman and Dickens, row 2. Chapman Banks, row 3. Tohofchen Brewer, row 4. Lackey and Sharp round out the top 10. Back to the green flag with 9 laps in the books. Top 3 holds serve here. Bachman trying to grab the bottom step of the podium, though, for Dickens. Can he make it work? Not just yet. Under pressure, though, from Banks for the 4th spot. Blake Chapman trying to make the bottom work. And how about Chad Lackey from barely making the big show? It's been a rough night after having one of the quicker times of the night. In fact, the quickest time of the night. Gets to the Blake Chapman, and the commentator's curse bites him. And we have got a parking lot at 3 and 4. With one driver on their side. That was Tohofchen in the 21. That's more than a parking lot is. The late, great Rick Eshelman would say it's a Waffle House because they were scattered, smothered, and covered. Show you how this was caused. It's more than half the field involved in this one. Lackey just catches the back of the 20 and they all just started piling in. I'll show you for the aerial shot, then we'll go to a couple onboards. Right on board to Tohofchen. This will be the wildest ride of them all. That should put a single file now for the rest of the race if I were to expect. So single file restart here with Dino leading. Couple laps away from halfway. So Reynolds holds serve on the restart. Here we go. Butterfield trying to hang on from second, but able to clear Dickens 3 wide for 4. Little contact all around, and Bachman loses some insurance. This allows Banks to go to 4th, and Chad Lackey, who even while he was involved in the accident, you see the right rear quarter panel damage, per iRacing was able to maintain his position. So the 5th spot is his. Here comes Dickens, throws the elbow there. Little muscle check at Jason Butterfield. Hangs on to 2nd for right now. And now what can Ryland Banks do? Top shelf from hides the cookies. Gains a spot past Dickens off for 2. And sideways is the 122. The wall, though, helps him save it. But damage though on the ride, the suspension gone. And those cookies got a little bit too chewy, though, for Ryland Banks. And now racing for second, we got trouble. Brian Moore Sr. has lost the right front and hits another car in the aftermath as well. And Moore will drive it the wrong way on the pit road, out of harm's way. The caution flag has waved, and I believe it was because of the Moore situation. They were just racing very wild for that spot. So there was that, and then you see Brian Moore, which we'll focus on it right here. Just hard contact, and then they got hit by another car as well, which took the right front wheel off. That was fourth in the 61. So that is what led to the caution flag here. So we'll try this again. We're just past the halfway mark. Reynolds continuing to lead. Jason Butterfield second. Ryland Banks is third. Chad Lackey fourth. Mike Brewer fifth. Trevor Giroux sixth. Sam Bachman seventh. Scott Tomasin eighth. Billy Roberts 9th, Alton 4th, 10th. A reminder, big blocks are coming up next on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Dino able to hold serve. Banks trying to find a way past Butters for the second spot. Brewer and Lackey racing for P4 now on the track. So Brewer's been trying to see if that low line has some tack to it still. Just really hasn't been his best friend so far in this first half of the race. Could the car come to life possibly in the second half? He's still in a great spot though. Fourth position. Meanwhile, Banks up in the wall in the 76. Too much high side, but that may have been a gift for him as the yellow flag waves. So he'll retain his third spot, and this is the reason why for the caution flag. Watch Wida in the 66 as we had from what looks to be a 4-car accident. Well, this starts in front. Vecchio got turned. Look at all the other drivers pile in. Vitale, one of them. Let's watch from this angle. Watch the 147. Yeah, got off the bumper's bumper. Just enough to send the car sideways. Let's ride on board with Tahofjan. Reset here on this restart. No change amongst the top two, obviously. Banks remains in third. Chad Lackey still fourth. Mike Brewer fifth. Trevor Giroux sixth. Sam Bachman seventh. Scott Tomas in eighth. Billy Roberts ninth. Alton fourth, 10th. 4 drivers in the top 10 up at least 12 spots. So we're back to green. Reynolds again holds serve. Let's watch the race for third once again. Brewer driving it in deep just like Chad Lackey. Can he get on the podium here off the corner? He's been pretty good on the baby bottom so far tonight. We'll see if it can pay off, but the entire field loving the high side. Saw Brewer switch up there now in the 5th spot. Here goes Lackey again to try P3 here. Oh, is it going to work here off the corner? No, just barely banks by a hair. Lackey better in 3 and 4 for the looks of things compared to 1 and 2. If Lackey can get the slide job here and can clear Ryland Banks, then he may have a shot. But remember, Banks still has a shot for the race lead. Can he clear? Yes, he can. Move Chad Lackey up to the 3rd spot with 10 laps to go. Oh boy, Lackey has a chance to maybe pounce. Oh! Banks got the wall, and so Lackey clearly clears Banks for the spot. Now let's see if Brewer can grab 4th off the corner. The line not yet, it's still Ryland. Lackey a very fast hot rod underneath that 66 from 18th up to 3rd. You're right on board with them. Let's compare the last 5 laps between 2nd and 3rd. A lot of it, though, has to do with Lackey racing Banks, but the caution flag flies. And we've got Tehofgen around again. Was this a solo? Oh, he caught the opening of that wall. That sent him around. A little bit too high on that 21 ride. So caution flag waves again with 9 laps to go. So we'll reset here with just about 8 laps to go. Reynolds, Butterfield, Lackey, Banks, Brewer. That's the top 5 here on this restart. So Dino holding serve, but look at Lackey. Contact with Butters, but the cautions breed cautions again. Now we've got Shane Billings. 17 that went around in 1 and 2. That was close to being ugly for Butters. So he'll maintain second. And he got yeeted from behind there. Chapman and 61 getting a piece. Someone also lost a wheel in that. That was Tomasin that caught him, and I believe that wasn't Tomasin. That was fourth that lost the wheel. This time it was the left front. Let's go right on board. It's from the contact with Billings, and there goes the wheel. And the wheel actually beat him at one point. You picked a fine time to leave me loose, wheel. It's still going. And still going. I think just came to a stop right there. There it is. There's the wheel. It's still there. Still rolling. Now I think it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. You gotta do something with all these yellow flags. So we'll try once again with, I believe, 7 laps to go. Back to green. So Dino holds serve again. Butterfield still dealing with Lackey for that runner-up spot. Can Lackey get the bottom to work here? Yes, he can. Lackey, he's got Butters cleared for second. And now can he chase down Dean Reynolds for the race win? Lackey's been very good on the bottom. Brewer has been following. The bottom groove has come in, and Dino knows it. He cuts the line off there of Lackey. 5 laps to go at Williams Grove with the 358s. If you haven't stood up just yet in this one, we'll get ready to do so right now, because we could be in for a barn burner of a finish. Dino started second, took the lead after Michael Vitale had issues earlier on in the night with the internet. Lackey started for the back after a spin or two in his heat race. Went to the B main. And finished in the 7th position. And it's a quarter of a second behind Dean Reynolds. A look at the lap times amongst the last 2 laps. Look at how quicker Lackey is. This time by another 500ths Lackey cuts off. 3 laps to go. Dino, you've got company for the race win. Defends the bottom off of Lackey. Lackey trying to get back on the throttle first. Dino does at the same time, still clear by about 1 car length, 2 laps to go. This time by Lackey cuts down another 400th. He switches up to the top shelf. High wide and handsome goes Lackey for the caution flag waves. And we're going to overtime. And folks, it's for the salesman Blake Chapman. Oh baby, this is gonna get wild to the end. Let's I just realized Zach's been out of the race. Let's bring him back in while we watch the replay of Blake. What have you been thinking about this battle at the end?
Thank God you gave me 5 minutes to calm down. Now I don't have to worry about losing my job here now. But no, man, this has been crazy. Right now, it looked like with that one right there, you're going to go back. Are you looking at the replay yet?
Yeah, we're watching
that was
it.
that was between Shane and Blake there. Shane didn't really want anything to do with Blake. It just gets into the back of Blake. He was battling side by side there, and Blake, he ends up catching it. There's some shrapnel there, but we're going to end up getting a war here in the front. This is going to be fun.
First of, I believe, 2 attempts here. Yes, at a green-white checkered. If you're Lackey, do you send it into turns 1 and 2 possibly?
Yeah, and I think, honestly, this may be a kind of cheap look, but, man, Butters may be a lucky winner in this one. P3, P4, that may be the lucky place right now. Butters, man, don't sell his seat short.
He cannot. One bet.
And it's been a while, I think, since Butters has gotten a podium, man. He's gotta feel good right now.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. All right, we'll try this again. Green, white, checkered. If we get to the white, we have a race. Now, we always say on those single file restarts in overtime, the leader gets a freebie lap. Dino immediately clearing Chad Lackey by a couple car lengths, and Butters in company for third with Brewer and Banks. The Brew Crew trying to put a second FTM car on the podium. White flag is out, final lap, 2 car lengths separate Dean Reynolds from Chad Lackey. Dino defending trouble. Mike Brewer has spun in the 39, but Dino got a little tight there off of turn number 2. Mike Brewer's got a chance in the 3 and 4. Lackey correction. Top shelf where Mama hides the cookies off the corner. Reynolds able to clear. Lackey trying to counter, won't get there. Dino wins in the 358s. Credit to Chad Lackey from 18th to 2nd. Jason Butterfield 3rd. Also a credit to Billy Roberts from 21st to 4th tonight. And Sam Bachman finishes in 5th. That's a heck of a race right there. Trying to do what it takes to win, also adjusting at the same time. You look at your results, only 10 drivers finishing on the lead lap. 3 drivers up at least 10 spots in the end. Tough break for Brewer. Finishes in 10th eventually at the end. And let's show you as well what happened on that final lap. So Butterfield and Brewer battling for the 3rd spot. But I think this starts with the 70. He just drives it in too deep into the 39. In fact, DQ's Banks, I believe, for incident limit. Of course, Brewer not going to be too pleased about that. So, alrighty. Let's get things rolling here. We'll start things off with our race winner, Dean Reynolds. Dino, that was a heck of a race. Wasn't easy at the end there for Lackey. What got the job done?
Oh, patience and just realizing the track was going to change when it did. 1 and 2 seemed still good up top, but 3 and 4 was getting too thin. I wasn't able to do that cut down I had anymore. And then, Brewer's telling me, the bottom is coming in. I'm doing good down there. And then when we had that, I think it was 3 to go, the third to last restart, I went in the bottom in 3 and 4. And my relative just pulled out on Butterfield. And I said, well, that's where I need to go. And then I went in 1 and 2, and I actually heard Lackey underneath me. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to get beat this way. I'm going to go down there and let them try to go around me. And I know Chad is a lot better down low than he is up top. And I know I was holding him up, but I figured if I didn't make a mistake, I should be able to hang on. And luckily we did. I don't think I was the fastest car at the end, but but we didn't make a mistake. We held on. And and I knew you and Shaggy were going to be in the booth together. I said, I am making a goddamn podium. I'm going to talk to you guys whether it's going to kill me or not.
Well, hey, you got the most important spot there at the end, so well done. So, was second spot like the ideal starting spot for you this evening, after, especially winning your heat race?
No, no, because Vitali got me, and the top of 1 and 2 was faster once you got the momentum. But on the start, that was going to be too far out. So I tried to roll the middle, and I just spun my tires. And then when Michael got ahead of me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to try to see if I can find a way to get around Michael. And then, the track changes a lot here. So, I was thinking maybe I can get him a little later. I figure he's going to stay up top. And, it sucks that he loses packet loss. I mean, you don't want to get the lead that way. You want to get the lead by leading, but unfortunately he had a packet loss. So then we got the start, the preferred start. And, even though starting on the bottom here, you think it wouldn't be the right way to go because you run the outside of 1 and 2. You can still get that good launch cutting down and getting that launch on the front stretch. But, I think I was the fastest car for about 22 laps, and then I hung on for the last 8.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to on the run?
Oh, I got to thank the guys from Full Throttle Motorsports as always. They were very happy that I won, and that's kind of cool. And congrats to Chad and them Butters for a great race. Me and Chad, we had an all-out battle in the matinee too, and we never touched once. We were side by side almost all the time. A lot of respect there. Always good to race with him, and so congrats to them. Got to thank Hawks Garage. Hopefully Uncle Ron's watching. He was rooting on Brewer, but I know he likes to root on the Full Throttle Motorsports guys. But gotta thank Ron, and also Ron is a big sponsor of our Super Dirt Modified Week coming up as well. Marty, got to thank you for filling in for Shaggy, and I know Shaggy is with you here, but Shaggy's a little under the weather and not sure if he can do the whole thing. But we asked for you to be the Mariano Rivera and come in and close this thing out and be the reliever here for that. And I want to thank you, and then thank everyone with Coast to Coast for giving us a great league to race in, and and then hopefully we'll see. We got the modifieds next. So I better say hi to Megan. Oh crap! If I don't,
you better not forget that.
God damn it. So, we'll say hi to Megan there. And, then hopefully we'll see everyone in Super Dirt Modified Week. We're up to 41 entries. And, the goal is to get to 50 entries. And I think we'll get there. And I'm looking forward to a great week next week. So now we'll go into big blocks. And, if I can talk to you again at the big blocks, then, I got really lucky.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations on the win. And if we don't talk to you in the big blocks, I will talk to you on Sunday at least.
Yeah, we'll see you at Weedsport, Marty. All right, take care, man.
Right,
Thanks, guys.
All right, there goes Dean Reynolds, our race winner. Chad Lackey. What a performance by Mr. Lackey himself from 18th to 2nd. Chad, man, you had a fast car tonight without question. What more, though, did you need for Dean in those final laps?
I just needed Dean to hit the wall or make a little mistake or something. It comes to the bottom at this place. It's definitely my superior my superior lane at this place. So just needed him to make a little mistake, and I probably had something for him, but he did what he needed to do to hold me off. So hats off to Dean there for that finish, and obviously Jason Butterfield for finishing 3rd there, running at the podium. Congrats to them both. Absolute great runners from them. Just needed something else.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to on the run?
Billy's Motorsports, Yorishi Media, yourself, Marty, and Shaggy for both doing the broadcast. Nice to see Shaggy back out here with everyone after I had a little trip to the hospital there. It's great to see Shaggy back out there. Glad you're back, Shaggy. Everyone at Coast to Coast and behind the scenes who put this league together. And just want to give a shout out to anyone watching. Hope you enjoyed the race.
Alrighty, well, we'll let you go. Go ahead.
I appreciate you saying that too, dude. It's good to be back, brother.
That's awesome, Shaggy.
Alrighty, man. Good luck in the big block. All right, Chad?
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. And we'll round out the podium here with Jason Butterfield, and this is pretty cool. I talked with Butters last night. He's like, shoot, you're broadcasting this, Marty? Yeah, I probably should come on in then. Well, hey, it paid off. You got third. Well done, my man.
Well, thank you, sir.
Take me through how this car was tonight, and where'd you feel you were pretty good at?
The car felt great. Right up along the top, I kept on inching closer and closer to Dean. And during one of the green flag stretches, he tapped the wall, and I said to myself, I was like, come on, Dean, do that next lap. And then we got a yellow.
Where did you feel? I mean, what positives do you take away out of this run tonight?
Oh, it's tough. This is one of them tracks. It's not like any of the other ones. But it's nice to have a good run, finish in the top 3, be up here talking to you boys.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to before we let you go?
Oh, I gotta thank Venom Racing, all the guys over there. You and Shaggy for doing the broadcast. C2C for putting this league on. Garofalo's Imports, Otter Creek Lawnscapes, and Brewer and Brewer. And most importantly, I gotta thank my wife.
All righty, man. We'll let you go. Congratulations on a third-place run. Best of luck at the big block, all right?
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
All righty. Well, we got to get ready for a big block race here coming up in just a moment. Stay with us, the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to all of our sponsors.
At Clear Path for Veterans, nothing stands in the way of hope, of healing, of growth. Finally, a clear path. You found your place. You found your place and a clear path forward.
Thank you to all of our sponsors.
We are back here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network as we prepare for Big Block Modified action. And the Big Blocks here brought to you by our friends out at Expert Insulation. Marty Sakala, Zach Chapman with you. So glad you could join us. Well, we're getting ready to go now for the Big Blocks. And what should we expect after that very wild show that was so-called the 358s?
Man, I don't know. I just looked over at my computer and I almost hit the floor. Marty, Adam Flieger's run 62 laps. These things, oh my God. He might want to tell us how to run these things for a little bit. He's run 2A mains. Oh my God. My gosh, these things are going to be wild.
Well, remember, Fleekster has been in here for a little while because of how long the 358 race lasted. So you may have to get some setup advice. Don't forget, he's going to be broadcasting the late model race. So when the Big Block race logs off, we will switch over to the late models as soon as possible. We appreciate your patience getting the 467 cubic inch Big Block motors out on the racetrack. First starter we'll watch here, Brian Moore Sr. in the 55. Look how the track looks even with Flieger running on all over that racetrack. More really tight there through 3 and 4 for the looks of things. Set the bar in lap 1 at a 21:26. Michael Vitale to the top at a 20:068. Brewer quick time now, a 19:753. Chad Lackey with a 19:893. We'll watch Lackey as Dean Reynolds won third, 19:901. Here comes Lackey off of turn number 4, purple sector 2, 19:808. So close for Chad Lackey. Trevor Giroux, third quickest on lap 1, 19:81. We'll watch as some other times pop in here. If someone goes purple, we'll let you know. Here comes Giroux making his way off of turn number 4. Does he have a better lap in him? He does not. William Watson, though, fourth quick on lap 1, 19:900. So maybe a chance for him possibly to get a better lap time. Orange sector 1, orange sector 2, so a slower lap time for the 23 as he goes 20:06. But it's Brewer on the pole, 19 drivers checking in, so we should have 2, if not 3 heats this evening.
We'll have two heats, Marty.
So 2 heats, 8 laps, no B main. Let's meet the field and get you your starting lineup here for this evening. As on the pole will be Jonathan Tahofjan in the 21. To the outside will be Dean Reynolds in the 79. Row number 2, Trevor Giroux, the Philly Flyer, in the 075. And to the outside, it's the Brew Crew, Mike Brewer in the 39. Row 3, Brian Moore Sr. in the 55. To the outside, it's the Bird to Beast, Jeff Parker in the 513. Row 4, Shaggy Zach Chapman in the 72. Next to Terry Walters in the 327. And the final row tonight, it's Ryan Elsey in the 27. Next to Fleekster, Adam Flieger in the 38. Well, Zach, good luck here in Heat 1. At least we can say you've got a chance at pole position tonight.
Yeah, I needed that. Thank you for that.
No problem. You're on the pole heat anyway, so good luck, my man.
Yeah, appreciate it, boss.
So ready to go. First heat race of the night. Everyone transfers into the show. So ready to get things rolling here. 8 laps. Winner transfers into... See, winner starts on pole here this evening. Looking. Green flag, here we go. Remember, his top 4 all inverted, so that gave Brewer the advantage. Two by two through 3 and 4 to Hofstra for the advantage. Look at Giroux, though, rolling to the bottom. Gives a little contact to Hofstra. Lifts a little bit, then allows the 21 to pull away and forces Reynolds and Brewer back is a swarm of FTM cars chasing after the 21. Giroux, deep sent through 3 and 4, looking for the race lead. Still side by side, Giroux coming off a 20.06 lap last time by. Driving in very deep, he's got the slider. And Trevor Giroux now leads as we work lap number 4. Hofstra now dealing with company for second by Mike Brewer. Drives into 3 and 4, kind of like the way Giroux did. Reynolds trying to be a factor in this battle as well, as we're halfway home here in heat race number 1. Oh, we got trouble in the back. Owsley and Flieger have crashed. Down the back straightaway, Flieger tows it to the pit, so those start at the back of the field tonight. Owsley's crashed once again. I believe it was coming to the pits. 2 laps to go. Closest battle on the track to Hofstra and Reynolds for 3rd. See if Tino can adjust here through 3 and 4, following Giroux's line. And look how much yaw he had on corner exit. Tried to set that pass up, but couldn't get it to work. Final lap, though, underway for Giroux. Brewer with the 1986 lap. Quickest lap of the race so far. So we're going to close it on Giroux just a little bit, but I don't think it's going to work here as they come off for turn number 4. The checkers wave, the Philly Flyer. Trevor Giroux, your winner. So he'll start on pole. Brewer 2nd to Hofstra 3rd. Reynolds 4th. Moore 5th. Zach Chapman 6th. And Terry Walters finishes 7th. So we now move on to heat race number 2 this evening. And we'll see if this is updated here for us. Nope, we got some time to work on that. Well, we'll get that starting line up here in just a moment as Sam Bachman, the Sam Akanda on the pole in the 007. Next to him, Michael Vitale in the 213. Go to William Watson, the 23. Next to him, Billy Roberts in the 099. So we Chad Lackey, the 66, starting outside row number 2. There we go. We've got it now set for you. Row number 3, Billy Roberts on the 99. Next to Alton 4th in the 61. Tom Atlas starting 7th in the 68. Next to Brett Wazlowski in the 25. And Jason Butterfield rounds out the field in the 93. Well, Zach, what'd you learn out there in heat race number 1 that you could see here in heat 2 as well?
Well, it's interesting here, with the big blocks as opposed to the small block modifieds. You got that power, so you're going to have the half a second difference in lap times that you're not going to have in the small blocks. And what that's going to do, it's going to allow you to spread a little bit. And that's going to allow you to differentiate to where, you couldn't spread before. Sorry, Marty. I'm trying to find my words. All right,
You're good. No
All right.
worries.
Yeah, I'm I bail. I flank. I bail. I'm sorry, Marty. I bail.
Alrighty, here we go. Second heat race. Ready to go green here at Williams Grove. Bachman, Vitale, side by side. What a set. Vitale and Bachman goes around. Little teammate contact by William Watson, the 23. And Lackey is also involved. The rest drive from the scene. So it's Vitale, Roberts, then a huge gap, 2.7 seconds back to fourth, then Atlas, then Weslowski, Zach.
Oh, I just got up to live. Holy crap, I was not live because of where I was at. Now I go up to live, and Vitale is in first place. Bachman way back in ninth. A lot has happened, Marty.
Well, keep an eye on Billy Roberts here in this 99. He's third in points coming on in, and you see Sam Bachman. His gap again looks pretty good for a big block championship to maybe sweep the championships 2 weeks from now. Those final races on Thursday Night Thunder will take place at Eldora. So another spin. Let's go back to Lackey. Another spin from him in his heat race. Can we see another hard charge from near the front to still contend for the win tonight?
It's definitely looking like it could be that way because the big blocks, as opposed to the small blocks, like I was trying to get out of my mouth earlier, these things, you're going to see it like you were in my heat race here. These things, they're going to spread out. You're going to see differentials as opposed to, I don't know what I'm trying to say, Marty. My brain is not working right now.
Hang on a second. Big crash.
Big stack.
Watson, Butterfield, and there is another wheel that is gone. I think it was Atlas that caught the wall as well. Yeah, you see the quarter-pound damage he's got on the left side here. 2 laps to go, though, Zach. Michael Vitale out in front by 1 second. Hoping he doesn't have internet issues this time compared to last week, or to an hour ago, I should say. Final lap underway for the driver of the LFM Vitale Racing 213. To the checkers we go. The jokester Michael Vitale, your Heat 2 winner. So Roberts second, fourth, third, Lackey fourth, Weslowski fifth. That's how that comes to an end. So with that, preliminaries for big blocks are in the books. And now we turn our attention to the 30-lap race. Big blocks next week. We'll go for 100 laps at Super Dirt Modified Week next week at Oswego Speedway, all benefiting Clear Path for veterans. Sign up, and for more info, visit c2cro.com. 3-day event. Tuesday will be qualifying and heat races. Wednesday, the B mains and the pole scrambles. And then Thursday, we have our features, 358.75, big blocks, 100 laps, right here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network, being broadcasted by Shaggy TV. Here's a little bit more about Clear Path real quickly while we go to break real quick.
At Clear Path for Veterans, nothing stands in the way of hope, of healing, of growth. Finally, a clear path. You found your place. You found your place and a clear path forward.
That's a little bit more about Clear Path. And we're almost set to go racing here. We'll watch a little bit of warm-ups. And now William Watson, Curly quickest, 21-22. Terry Walters in the American Nightmare scheme. His way onto the racetrack. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Bad wreck. Bad wreck for just a moment. We lost another wheel. That's 2 wheels that Brian Moore's lost tonight. Yeah, we'll step aside here real quick for a minute real quick and pause the mics. We'll come back when feature time is set to begin. Well, we are ready to go racing this evening here at Williams Grove with the big blocks. 30 laps. Here is the starting lineup for tonight. On the pole, the Philly Flyer, Trevor Drew, the 075. To the outside, the Jokester, Michael Vitale, in the 213. Row number 2, the Brew Crew, Mike Brewer, in the 39. To the outside, it's Billy Roberts in the 99. Row 3, Jonathan Tahofjan in the 21. Next to Alton Forth in the 61. Row 4, Dean Reynolds in the 79, next to Chad Lackey in the 66. Rounding out the top 10, Brian Moore Sr. in the 55, next to Brett Waslowski in the 25. Row number 6, Zach Chapman, Shaggy in the 72, next to Sam Bachman, the Sam Akonda in the 007. Row 7, Terry Walters in the 327, Tom Ellis on the outside, the 68. The Brew Crew, Jeff Barker starts 15th in the 513. Next to Butters, Jason Butterfield, the 93. Row 9, Ryan Owsley, the 027. To the outside, it's William Watson, the 23. And Fleekster, Adam Flieger, rounds out the grid in the number 38. We'll have the Pro Late models in just a little bit. If I'm having some technical difficulties on the stream, please let me know if you're having issues looking at anything. I have some things popping up on my end. I don't know if it's affecting anybody, though. For right now. All right, picks to win, though. Zach, who do you got?
Oh, you got me? Philly
Yes.
Flyer. Sorry.
You got the Philly Flyer, Trevor Drew. All right, give me
Yes,
Michael
sir.
Vitale. We'll go Vitale here, so we'll see. But all right, we'll put the mic on mute here, bring you back on when you DNF, or if I catch you a couple laps later, good luck, all right?
Yep. Take it easy.
Alrighty, field set to make their way into 3 and 4 and go green for 30 laps. Around Williams Grove Speedway. Pace car on pit road, as we say. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now? It's the Beast of the Northeast, The big block modifieds. It's showtime at Williams Grove Speedway. Oh, one car on two wheels. That's the 6104th. Somehow kept it straight. Oh my goodness. And we're still green. That's pretty damn cool right there. Fourth jumps into the pits. We'll stay green. Giroux and Vitale side by side. If that's real racing, that's easily a caution flag, if not maybe a red. But Giroux clearing Vitale through 1 and 2. Top 4 all double wide until now when Giroux clears the Jokester. Brewer and Roberts side by side for the third spot. See if that can pay off well. First caution flies as we've got Wazlowski around in the 25. We'll replay and see what happened. Ooh, got hit from behind by Walters, I believe. Let's ride on board. Oh, you know what it was? Let's watch from the aerial shot. Let's take a look there. I'm impressed that a lot of drivers missed him. Yeah, let's rewind that one more time just so we can show those that may have missed it. You see, he's already up on the wall. He didn't catch that opening, but that was part of what caused that yellow flag, so. All right, so we'll reset here as we get ready to come back to the green flag. Trevor Giroux, Michael Vitale, row 1. Billy Roberts, Mike Brewer, row 2. Chad Lackey, Dean Reynolds, row 3. Brian Moore Sr., Sam Bachman, row 4. Terry Walters, William Watson, round out the top 10. Back to green. So Giroux able to hold serve. Vitale feeling pressure from Roberts for third. 213 able to clear. Good run though from Roberts around the outside though as he moves up. That was Brewer around the outside, I should say, as he almost got through at the line. Now Dean Reynolds trying to get the second group to work. Trouble in the back. Fourth has got around along with Atlas. Fourth has towed it to the pits. Atlas trying to get things back going. This may be a caution flag potentially. No, Atlas gets it going. The leaders are about to approach him. That could make things interesting. You see the engine idling around 1 and 2. Going to get fourth there. Here comes Lackey. Up 2 spots. Looking underneath there on the 70. Oh, no! Atlas, I think, went around off the leader's bumper. I don't know, but just about stacked the field. But Lackey gets sideways, finds a way to save it there. And again, no caution. We stay green, and now we got trouble. Flieger and Chapman get together, and that brings the caution out. A lot to digest there, though. Watch what happened here first off. This was with Atlas. Does he go off the bumper of Giroux? He does. Was trying to fight it. I don't even think he realized the leaders were coming up on him that quickly. And then let's see what happened here. Ah, that's what happened. It's like Tahofjen caught Chapman. Flieger had nowhere to go. A for effort, though, by Chapman on the save at the same time. Let's ride on board with the Fleekster. Should be 1 degree next time by. Late models coming up next. Stay tuned for that one. So reset the field here on this restart. I believe this will be lap number 8, and if that's the case, we'll go silent on this restart for Kyle Busch. Giroux, Vitale, Brewer, Roberts, Lackey, it's the top 5. We're set to go for this restart. Field holding serve for right now. Vitat Brewer, no. Able to make the pass stick this time on Roberts for the 3rd spot. Reynolds now with company for 5th. The Samaconda trying to plow his way through. Contact off of Lackey. And Lackey's off the pace of the 66. In the clutches now of Brian Morrison and William Watson in a moment. Trouble. Tahofjen has crashed. See if we keep the car going. It sounds like Ryan Adam Flieger's also crashed as well. Tahofjen. Ah, bad timing there. Caution waves just as he was towing to the pits. Start off with what happened with Flieger in the 38. It's the stack up in the back. And oh, that's a big hit all around. Heavy crash. I think that was that Elsie in the 27? Was that Atlas? No, that was Tahofjen. I'm sorry. Watch this again. This is nasty. Terry Walters all getting a piece of it. Oh, assistance there at the end there too. And Tahofjen knew that car was able to drive. You see the right front dangling on the race car. So it should be single file for the rest of this one. Again, late models coming up next here, so don't miss out on that. Let's see if we can bring Shaggy back in. Zach, you got me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alrighty, awesome. Well, we'll reset here. Single file rest of this race is come back to green on lap 11. Giroux leads, Vitale second, Brewer third, Roberts fourth, and Reynolds in fifth. No change in the top two, but Brewer trying to look low on Vitale for second. The 213 starting to blink just a little bit. See if Flag can get back up there. That yellow definitely what he wanted after he lost all that time, Zach.
No, and you can see he's able to make up time on corner entry, but he gives it up on exit. It's a lot of give and take. It's different draw lines out of the top three drivers right now.
A lot similar to what happened in the 358 race for him. Where Vitale drives it in deep there through 1 and 2. We're looking for a chance to grab second down the back. While Lackey, I think, just lost a spot there to Brian Moore Sr., and that's the case. The 55 now moves through to fit to the 6th spot. How about William Watson? Biggest mover of the race, up 10 spots, currently in 8th. Struggled in the heat race, was involved in an incident. Not gonna have a chance to maybe go for a good finish, but we'll definitely need a caution flag. Here goes Brewer for second, Zach.
He's trying to wedge underneath, but right now he's not getting enough. Oh, contact there on corner entry. Where'd he go? He disappeared for a long time. He's still not back.
There he is.
Oh!
No net code there, luckily.
He's got to get underneath here now. He's got to.
Absolutely.
Oh, he can't do it.
Tough break for him, though, but it's a 5-car battle for the lead. Oh! Vitale got in the back of Giroux, nearly proved to be ugly. Meanwhile, Brewer gives a little kiss to the 213. Roberts had a chance, but was forced to lift at the same time. We're past the halfway mark. This is getting wild, Shaggy.
Yeah, and I think the 99, he's got the best view of it, too, you know. He sees the 213 disappearing, coming back, and he knows he's got to go. He's got to do something. Him in the 39, now he gets by. What do they do?
We'll have to see. Reynolds a chance for 4th up on the top shelf. He edged out Brewer at the start-finish line there. And this is all just allowing here, Zach. It's all allowing Charger to pull away. The gap out a half second over Vitale.
Yeah, coming at 6 miles to go. 12 laps left to play here this time by Dino. Dino. Oh, my gosh. What a time to
be. Oh, boy. That will make the highlight reel at the end of the night tonight. Good battle for 3rd, though. Roberts against Reynolds. Dino now looking to the bottom as Roberts takes his lineup on the cushion. Leaders could be approaching lap traffic near the end of this race. It'd be Walters in the 327. Have to see if that's an issue at the same time. While the top 5 do battle, though, Lackey trying to close in. He found his way back past Moore Sr. for the 5th position. Meanwhile, what a send by Roberts through turn 1. Can he clear Reynolds, though, off for 2? Not yet.
No, and I'll tell you, they don't want to let Reynolds go fishing down there too long. He's making some money down there.
9 to go.
And it's not looking like it's going to maybe make time here in the short run, but lap traffic, I don't know. It may get interesting on the bottom. 8 to go.
Nearly 3 wide there as Roberts took a stab at it. Meanwhile, Brewer trying to show the nose on Dean Reynolds. Actually, I should say Dino up to 4th. But yeah, Brewer did try to take a stab at it for that 4th position. Didn't work. 7 laps to go. The top 6 now all single file. Lackey now within 1.5 seconds of the race leader. He's closing about 1 to 2 tenths a lap on average here, Zach.
Yeah, it all depends where the leader goes. You know, you were seeing sometimes P2 kind of roll around there, middle line, getting this good run off of 2. Where sometimes we see him roll out to the top, going up in front of this 99. And it all depends where they want to go. Coming this time, 5 laps to go.
Check that last time by. Giroux picking up nearly 200ths. Roberts trying to do something. He's within a half second, though, of the race leader, but he's going to find his way past Vitale first if he wants a chance. 4 laps to go, and they will approach. Terry Walters in the 327. Could lap traffic determines who wins this race amongst 6 cars in this lead pack. This could get good.
Lap traffic, what are we going to do here? What's going to happen?
Walters keeps it up top, but Giroux uses it as a pick, stacks up Vitale on back. Reynolds takes away 3rd.
Dino says, thank you. Come again up to P3. What are you going to do?
And now Lackey up to 5th. He found his way past Brewer. Let's watch that again very quickly. They all got held up. There was contact for 3rd at the same time. Reynolds right place, right time. But that allowed Giroux to open the lead up to 0.7 of a second. More lap traffic ahead. That's Atlas in the 68. 1 lap to go. Going to be an issue for Giroux. We'll just have to see. Great to see a long run and this big block feature after the caution played 358 feature. Reynolds looking for a chance for 2nd here off the 213. Contact between Vitale and the lap traffic, and it put Atlas up on the wall. Reynolds with a chance for 2nd, but off at turn number 4, the FTM number 75. Trevor Giroux going to celebrate like it's gritty in 1999. Giroux takes the win at Williams Grove. Vitale 2nd, Reynolds 3rd, Roberts 4th, and Lackey in 5th. Watson, biggest mover, up 10 spots to finish 8th, but an FTM sweeps the big block portion of the night. The engines are revving pretty loud here to celebrate Giroux. This is how they look. Don't forget Adam Flieger coming up next here for the late models. That is how the 19 drivers finished this evening. We'll start things off here with your race winner, Trevor Giroux, and Philly Flyer, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe you led all those laps tonight, right?
I think, yeah, maybe except for 1.
Have to see how iRacing scores things, but how good was this race car tonight?
Oh man, it was really good, and you know, set myself up good in the heat race by winning it and starting out front. So it was important to keep Mike and all them guys behind me and just hit my marks. Car felt really good. I felt really good, much better than I did in the big block. Was just felt comfortable running the bottom, which is weird for me to say, but definitely take it.
Did lap traffic concern you there at the end for a moment?
Yeah, it did after I got into the 68 or whatever happened there, and then I saw him again. I was like, oh boy, round 2, and then he kind of got loose and cut down. I'm like, uh-oh. Thankfully, Mike was a little bit a ways back, so I kind of had a little bit of room there to break and let him get it straightened out without running into him or him running into me, whatever it would have been. But it was definitely a concern with the last 4 or 5 laps, whatever it was there. I was kind of hoping I could have at least diced my way through him if I got to him, and if not, just you know, at least keep Mike behind me.
Who do you want to give shout outs to on the run?
I just gotta thank all the guys at FTM, of course. Dean on a great run. Sam's up there. Mike's up there. Shout out to those guys. Everybody at FTM. Shout out to Big Tim Race Wraps for this wrap. Griphacks.com. Swan Speed Shop. GG Drywall Services. Arson Trackside. You guys for doing the broadcast. You and Shaggy. Nice to see you back, Shaggy. Hope you're feeling better, my friend. Yeah, and I think that's it. Looking forward to the prolates here.
Alrighty, we'll let you go, Trevor. Congratulations on the win. Good luck in the late model, all right?
Thank you, sir. Nice to have you back too, Marty.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. We'll go to
Great
second.
win, bud.
We'll go to second place finisher, Michael Vitale. Michael, a great win. So close. What more did you need there, though, at the end?
I tell you, I don't think I had anything for Trevor. I mean, I'd pull up on his bumper, but that would about it. So I was fortunate to start up front. Car felt good on the bottom. Was getting ready to see if I could go up to the top and see if anything was up there, but I figured we're safe than sorry. Stay at bottom middle.
Did you expect that to be basically a 6-car battle at the end for the win, especially in that long run?
With these bunch of guys, I never expected it to be just 6 cars. I just I expect the whole field to be up there. But got a little hairy with some lap traffic and stuff like that. But all in all, it was a good race. Great run for Trevor, Dean. I know Billy was up there with us and Brewer. So yeah, it was a good race all in all.
Who do you want to give shout outs to on the run?
Hey, well, first off, Expert Insulation for sponsoring us. Everybody over at my team, Billy, Terry, Alton, Tom, Junior, Jake, Randy, you for broadcasting, and Coast to Coast for giving us a place to run each week and each week out.
All righty, we'll let you go. Great job and all the best of luck down the road, all right?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Michael Vitale in second. And we'll round out the podium here with Dino once again. Dino, I got to ask you, man, first off, let's go through that pass on Billy Roberts, taking advantage of lap traffic there.
Yeah, I kind of anticipated that just a little bit before Billy did, and when I saw Terry there, and I'm like, oh, he's going to be right in the lane. And when I saw where he was, I did that diamond that I've been doing all night coming out of 4, and I got a good run down the straightaway, and I'm like, I'm just going to stay on the inside here. And Billy turned at the last second, but I was already there. And, we touched, and but then I felt like, okay, I'm going to have the momentum. So I actually looked in the mirror, and I'm like, oh, I got him clear. So I threw that slider going into 1 and 2, and then hopefully I could just hang on to it and out drag him going down the back straightaway, and then which worked. And then I got into Michael, caught him up, and the outside started coming in, and me and the outside. I just, I needed 10 more laps in that race, and then I think maybe I would add something for Trevor.
Did you expect a 6-car battle there at the end?
That was fun. I mean, that whole race was 6 cars. With Michael in there and Sam right behind me and Billy and Mike. I mean, that was a lot of fun. I was on the brake more than I've ever been on, but that's what you got to do at Williams Grove. You got to, Williams Grove, you got to go in the corners with respect. You got to anticipate, as when I admin here, you got to anticipate that the guy in front of you might go in a little less harder than you want to. And you got to anticipate that. And every time I went into 3 and 1, I was on the brakes, or else I would get in, or else I would get into Billy and spin him out. And I'm not going to do that. I know what Williams Grove is, but that was a lot of fun. The track, I said to the guys in Discord, I go, this track's going to be racy. It was bottom dominant in the heat, but I think this is going to be perfect for the feature, and it really was.
Well, brother, who do you want to give shout outs to once again before we let you go?
So I got to thank the guys of FTM again. Always got to thank them, and for just a great team to be part of. Got to thank Expert Insulation, Sam Bachman's employer. 2 things: we got to thank him for keeping Sam employed, and then for them sponsoring the big block, so we could be broadcasting to everybody at home. Got to thank you, Marty, for filling in for Shaggy. It's good to hear your voice again, and tell you what, if I get to talk to you in one of those races of Super Dirt Week, I'm going to be really thrilled. So that's going to be my goal. And but good to hear you again, and thank you so much for filling in. And then thanks to Coast for giving us a place to race. Congratulations to Trevor and Michael, and say hi to Megan again at home. And I'm actually going to get in the late model and go have some fun.
Sounds like a plan, man. All right, best of luck in that late model, and I will see you on Sunday.
All right, brother. We'll see you at Weedsport, man.
Sounds good to you as well. All right, there goes Dino, our third place finisher this evening. And as we wrap up my portion of the broadcast, we'll get set here for the late models, and I'll turn things over to Adam Flieger here. Fleegster, what are we expecting this late model race here at Williams Grove after some wild racing with the mods?
Not too sure, to be truthful.
Going to be a wild one indeed,
I
though,
was
right?
really hoping I could finish that race with the mods, but unfortunately, yeah, that DQ limit found me.
Hey, it happens. That's a part of iRacing. So we will switch the stream over. Bear with us if the stream is loading up. Adam is just loading things up here. So with that, we will bid adieu for now. I want to give a big shout out to Zach Chapman, who's been working alongside me in the booth all night tonight. And we hope he feels better as well. Until then, Marty Scala saying so long. Big congratulations to
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
Our love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home, I'm making my way.
FFTV on the pole. On the pole. Cross that line, the crowd goes wild, the checkered flags unfurled. FFTV on the pole, start the show. We're ready to roll. FFTV on the pole. Yeah. We're ready to roll. Start the show.
All right, let's see if that works at all. See if we got anything back happening now. We should have sound, and it just doesn't sound like we got sound. There we go. Now we got it. I don't know why it cut out like that. So sorry that we didn't have any commentary there through that heat race. I was talking, but apparently the mic was switched off somehow or disconnected. So here we go now for your heat race results. You got Matt Barber getting that win. Trevor Guru out there in second. Watson there third. Dean Reynolds fourth. Zach Chapman there fifth. Ryan Alsey there in sixth. Billy Roberts there seventh. Clay Christopherson there in eighth. And Brett Weslowski there in ninth after having some trouble there in that heat race. All right, here we go. Getting ready for the main event. Your grid is as follows. Matt Barber going to start out there on pole for Tessier Mechanical. Here in second, you got Trevor Guru in the 075 for FTM, starting there in second. And row number 2 on that inside, Full Throttle Motorsports number 23, William Watson starts third. To his outside, Dean Reynolds in the 79 for Super Dirt Car Series. Full Throttle Motorsports driving the 79. Row number 3 to the inside for Gambler Motorsports number 72, Zach Chapman in 5th here tonight. To his outside, Ryan Alsey driving the 027 for JWR Motorsports, starting there in 6th. Row number 4 inside, starting in 7th, going to be the 099 of Billy Roberts. To his outside, the 051 of Clay Christopherson, starting there in 8th. And to round out the field tonight, and not taking the grid, the 025 of Brett Weslowski. So 8 drivers taking the grid here to get underway. 30 laps the distance. One more time around, then they'll be set free. Off corner number 4, green flag is out. Here they go. Dirt and dust fly through turn 1. Reynolds up there on that high side, getting into 3rd, trying to get into 2nd, and he beats Watson out of corner number 2. Watson down here on the inside. There is, well, I'm sorry, Matt Barber. He's having some connection issue, I think. And he disappeared. Now he's back. They're in 2nd place at number 16. Dean Reynolds getting to the outside there of Watson, trying to hang on to that. Now Watson looks to the inside if he can. He's got a nose there, but can't quite pull it off as they come off the corner. 28 laps to go here in the late models. Pro late models here tonight. You watched the limited late models last night. They want to come there off corner. Number 4 down the front straightaway. 27 laps to go. Dean Reynolds hanging in for second now as he gets around Barber on the outside, trying to chase down Trevor Guru. Guru out there in front has a pretty decent lead right now, a gap of about 3/4 of a second over top of Dean. As Dino is there in second, trying to chase him down. There you see Guru out there in front. Watson back there in fourth, but he's got putt-putt underneath him as he comes there off turn number 2. Down here in the corner, 3 and 4. Christopherson there in fifth. Watson way up there into the marbles as they come down the straightaway. Watson's going to beat him out just a little bit as Christopherson doesn't let up down there on the bottom side. Watson gains a little bit there, coming into 3 and 4. They're going to go front to back there. Single foul. As Trevor Guru stays up top. Here comes Dean Reynolds, still sitting about 3/4 of a second back. Losing a little bit. Hasn't been able to really gain. Matt Barber is there in third. About a half second back off of Dean Reynolds. Watson there in fourth. And they come down there across the front straight away. Christopherson there fifth. Ryan Elsie in sixth. Billy Roberts there seventh. Chapman there in eighth. And as we said, Weslowski did not take the grid. Hey, watch Reynolds there working just in front of Barber. Barber closed in here to about 1/4 of a second behind Reynolds. Trevor Guru's up there in front. Dean Reynolds there second. Barber there third. Watson there fourth. There you go up there off of turn 2. Trevor Guru out there in front. Reynolds still trying to gain something there down through the back straightaway here through 3 and 4. Has lost about another 10th off of Guru. Down there through the back straightaway. Barber third. Watson fourth. Christopherson there fifth. Brian Halsey, he's sitting there in 6th right now. Billy Roberts back here in 7th. There's Chapman back here in 8th tonight. Glad to see him out here running. And a little bit of damage on the front end of that machine. Not sure where he might have picked it up from. You see Guru working down that back straightaway here with 18 laps to go. Staying caution free for the time being. Matt Barber there in 3rd. Watson there 4th. Christopherson there 5th. Ryan Halsey, he's up there at the top side, working down through the backstretch. Hey, we're down there. There you see Guru still out there in front. Reynolds gained just a little bit, but we'll see if he can gain any more here with 16 laps to go. Up there on that high side. Looks to be where you want to be. Now you watch that 16 on Matt Barber working there off the corner. William Watson there for it. Clay Christopherson there 5th. Brian Halsey there in 6th. Billy Roberts in 7th. Chapman there in 8th. There you see Goldino still hanging top there in 2nd in the Pro Late Models. If we look at the points, if I can get them up here, as they keep racing around here. Points here for your Pro Late Models on this Thursday evening for Thursday Night Thunder. Are going to be Jeff Sharp leading the way, and I don't see Sharp in the field here tonight. Trevor Guru, he's out there in front. He's second in points with 502. So with Jeff Sharp missing tonight, that might put Trevor Guru into front of him. William Watson, though, don't count him out. He's just behind them in points. He's sitting fourth here tonight right now. Ryan Elsey as well right there in the points mix. Sitting in sixth tonight. Then they work down there off the corner, coming around here to 10 to go. As they come around here off of 4. Down the front straightaway across the line. Dean Reynolds still sitting about 3/4 of a second back off of Guru. Can he make any of it up? Down there now off of the corner, down through the back straightaway. There's the 75T. Out there in front, as we said, could possibly take over the points lead here. Dean Reynolds not quite having a season he was hoping for. As it looks like he's missed a few races. Missing about half of them, it looks like. So he's back in the points a little bit. They come there now down the back straightaway. Dean Reynolds second, Matt Barber third, Watson there in a fourth. Coming to 8 to go as they come off of turn 4. And Reynolds trying to find something there, but can't seem to get it. Lost a little bit there going through turn 1 and 2. Going to try to gain it back, though. Matt Barber, he's lost some more on Reynolds. And Watson's about a half a second back off of Barber. With 7 laps to go. He's looking to the bottom there to see if he can find anything down there. I don't know if he will or not. And Guru's finding a great lane across the top side. Reynolds there, he's lost a little bit more. Almost a second back now off of the leader. Matt Barber, he's almost a second back off of Dean Reynolds. 6 laps to go. Looking like it's going to be Trevor Guru's night here in the Pro Late models as they come down that back straightaway up there against that outside wall. A little bit of a tag there coming off the corner. There you go, the 75T. 5 laps to go. As Dean Reynolds still tries to chase him down. Just can't seem to get enough of a grip there to get up there to Guru to really lay anything down to. Matt Barber, he's there. Good almost 2 seconds off of Guru. Watson almost a second there off of, I guess he's 3/4 of a second off of Barber. Barber almost a second off of Reynolds. 3 laps to go now as they come across the line. Each driver doing everything he can up there against that outside wall. Guru really laying it down. Dean Reynolds there second. Matt Barber there in third. And they come down there around out of the corner. William Watson there fourth. Clay Christopherson there in fifth. Trevor Guru up there on the top side. Down here through 3 and 4. And they come there now off of turn 4. White flag in the air. Here we go. Trevor Guru to bring home the victory. Just got a couple more turns to do it. Dean Reynolds there in second. So no three-peat for Dean here tonight. And they come there now off corner number 3 and 4. Trevor Guru got the flag in sight. And he will get the victory here at Williams Grove tonight in that 75T for Full Throttle Motorsports. Great run there out of Trevor Guru. Dean Reynolds having an exceptional night. Not getting the three-peat, but gets the next best thing. He gets 2 wins in a second here. But Matt Barber back here in third. We'll look at your results right here. Trevor Guru getting that win. Dean Reynolds second. Matt Barber there in third. Clay Christopherson fourth. William Watson there fifth. Ryan Elsey in sixth. Billy Robertson seventh. Zach Chapman there in 8th. Rick Wazlowski there in 9th. That is your finishing order for your Pro Late models tonight. Now let's go ahead and get with your podium finishers. We got Matt Barber here in third. Good evening there, Matt. How's it going?
Oh, good, you?
Oh, it's going okay now that I got sound. For some reason, I didn't have any mic in the heat race, but we got it fixed for the future for sure.
That's good, that's good.
So, but great job there tonight for you. It looks like you had a decent run there in the late models, and man, just didn't seem like that track was able to let you guys really be up there in a tight group tonight.
Yeah, no, it started off pretty decent, setting quick time on the bottom there for one corner at least. But in the heat, I just got lucky that Dean and Bart got into each other, and I just took the lead. But I don't think I was really faster than anybody. I had Trevor and Dean pretty much right up behind me, or no, it was Bart, I think, right up behind me immediately for the rest of the heat race. So I didn't really have the greatest pace tonight at all. For a hole, but yeah, for the feature, it was very single lane on the top, which sucks because you always like to race side by side, but unfortunately with Williams Grove, sometimes you just can't do that. So yeah, it was just kind of fall in line and just drive your race for tonight.
Well, I mean, you did a great job keeping it out of the wall and stuff to keep the race car clean at least, and take us through, how technical is Williams Grove compared to other tracks on the circuit?
It's pretty technical in the sense that it's really fast, but the corners you go so quick into the corners and it's so flat. The corners feel super sharp, like going into the corner here. Usually you need a pretty decent amount of time to get the car to set in a late model, and here you don't have much time at all, and then it's definitely not the easiest. It's not my favorite track at all. I've never really had the greatest runs here. Just always kind of just bet on luck here at this track. But yeah, it's not the greatest track in my opinion. But there's been some good races every now and then when the track ends up giving us 2 lanes so we can actually race. But yeah, tonight unfortunately for the late models, it wasn't that case.
Well, great job anyway. And you got sponsor shout-outs, people you want to thank for getting third place tonight?
Shout out to Dean and Trevor for a good race and finishing first and second. Congrats to them. Of course, Regal Wraps and Designs. You Adam for putting on the broadcast. Coast to Coast for giving us a place to race. Me and my guys that I race with all the time. Tessier Mechanical and Vertex Graphics for the design, and everybody watching. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight.
Yeah, and I think you might have the sponsor a little wrong there for the Pro Late Models this season there, Matt. It's GG Drywall Services this year.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, Trevor's going to butcher me for that one. So of course, you got to thank GG Drywall for sponsoring the late models here tonight. Yes, of course.
All right, well, great job there, Matt, and we'll see how good luck next week if you're running the big block week, and we'll see you the week after.
Thank you, Adam.
That's Matt Barber. Now we'll get with Dean Reynolds here, your second place finisher. Good evening there, Dean. How's it going?
What's going on, Mr. Fleekster? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's busy week, that's all. Busy 2 weeks, I guess, for me. So, but nonetheless, great job out there. You didn't get the 3-peat tonight, but you got the next best thing.
Yeah, we had a good night. We won the 358s, got a podium in the big blocks and a podium in the late models. Against all these guys that are just so good, and anytime you can do that, it's something to be proud of. So I'm okay with finishing second to Trevor, and in the late models, he really does well in the late models. I was actually surprised I could stay as close as he was, and got fortunate to get around the outside of Matt there to get into second, and glad the outside stayed good because I like running the outside here, and if you give me an outside at Williams Grove, that's what I'm going to use.
Well, I might have messed up there in the earlier part of the broadcast. I thought you won both of the modified races tonight.
No, I actually started on the front row of the heat and the modifieds, but the outside wasn't good. I fell back to fourth, so we had to come from seventh in the big blocks. But that's okay; it's part of the deal, and we got up to third. But you know what? To me, to do 3 interviews in one night, that's like 3 wins for me, Adam.
Well, I didn't quite do as well as I needed to in that big block race. I didn't get to finish. They DQ'd me.
Weems Grove's tough, especially if you're back in the pack, because you carry so much speed in these corners, and the corners are so tight. And that,
Yeah, there's just nowhere to go. You can't correct anywhere.
Yeah, and you can push, you can get sideways, and it's so hard to not get into people, or people not to get into you, and they're not doing it on purpose. It's just
no. It wasn't them getting into me or me getting into them. It was more so, they ended up sideways, and like you said, you're carrying so much speed. They're already sideways and parked there, and it's like I can't get stopped in time.
Yeah, it's such a tricky track. Yeah, very tricky.
I mean, I've heard so many people. I don't know if you run asphalt, Dean, or not, but I've heard so many people compare this almost to trying to run Martinsville for NASCAR.
Well, it's shaped the same, but I can guarantee you're not slinging it in the corners at Martinsville like you're doing it here, though. But
no.
But the shape is exactly the same: long straightaways, tight corners.
Yeah, and that's how they compare it. They say Williams Grove is the Martinsville of the dirt circuit.
Yeah, no, that's a good analogy.
So, I mean, granted, asphalt anytime race is different than dirt. So, I mean, you can't compare the way the track handles, apples to apples, but you can definitely take the shape of it for sure.
Yeah, no, it's definitely two different animals. But asphalt's for driving the dirt racetracks.
Completely. But you did a great job bringing that car up there in the second. Like you said, you got 3 podiums, and you got sponsors you want to thank here tonight, Dean, for having a good night?
You got to thank the guy from Full Throttle Motorsports. I mean, if it wasn't for these guys, I wouldn't have the speed that I have. I mean, they helped me out so much and then coached me so much, so I got to thank them. I mean, I haven't run a late model race in about 2 months, and they've come on in here, but Trevor's helping him, Bart's helping him, Lines, and even Clay and all that, and they help out what to do. So I got to thank those guys. Adam, got to thank you, Regals Wraps and Designs as well, for doing the broadcast. Thank you so much, and always look forward to talking to you. And then I got to thank the guys from Coast to Coast for giving us a place to race. That's a good league. I'm proud to be part of that league, and just want to say hi to Megan, who's watching at home.
All right, and you also made the mistake. I think you're shouting out to last year's sponsor, not this year's, of GG Drywall.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's right. Oh, my God. I'm thinking us hometown heroes. No, and oh, my God, Trevor's dad's never going to let me forgive that.
Trevor's got 2 of you tonight.
I'm thinking we're limited late models because I haven't run pro late models in a couple months. I'm thinking we're unlimited. So, thanks. That was great to have Trevor's dad be a part. I got to meet Trevor's dad down in Florida, and it was really cool to meet him, and he enjoys watching. And my apologies. GG Drywall Services is definitely nice to have them come aboard and do the pro late model so we can continue to have people watch at home. I'll never make that mistake again.
Well, Matt made the same mistake there, Dean, so you're not the only one.
Well, he's Canadian. He's allowed to do it.
So
right,
I'm sure Trevor's going to be in contact with both of you then.
There you go. All right, Adam. Good talking to you.
All righty. Have yourself a great weekend there, Dean.
Thank you.
At Dean Reynolds there in a second. Now we'll get with Trevor Guru, your winner. Good evening there, Trevor. How's it going?
Good, yourself?
Going well, and is it you then that has 2 wins on the night now?
Yeah, I got 2, yeah.
Okay, so you got 2 wins, and man, tough night for racing, but it seems like this track kind of laid its hand to you a little bit here in the pro late models tonight.
Yeah, it was interesting. The heat race was really fun because the bottom was there, and me and William there were just both running the bottom, trying to get by Matt, and I was getting good runs, and the track was just a little lower down in the heats, and top was still working, and once it slicked off a little bit, it just went top, and I think a lot of us knew it was probably going to do that, so it was important to start out front here and just kind of be in front of the train, if you will. Like I said, I think a lot of us knew, especially in these cars, that the track would go to the top one lane. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, you did a great job there tonight, and were able to pull it off really well and got that win. And I mean, we'll see. Do you think you can? We saw the run you had in the big blocks here tonight, and the run you had here in the Pro Late Model. Do you think you can carry any of this into next week as you go into the Super Dirt Week?
Yeah, I hope so, man. Haven't been racing a whole lot compared to seasons before, and I kind of just doing Thursdays right now. Just been really busy with camping season starting and stuff. So I hope to take some of this momentum and confidence into Super Dirt Week and see what we can do with those guys.
Well, I know it's tough competition, so good luck. I think I heard Dean say something about they have like 40-something drivers signed up right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, I ran it a couple times with these guys now, and it's always fun. It's Dean and everybody behind the scenes of all these big events that Coast to Coast puts on, and Dirt Car Esports as well. They do a phenomenal job of getting car count and good drivers, and it's gonna be fun. It always is.
Well, you got sponsors, shout-outs, people you want to thank for getting that victory here in the Pro Late Models tonight?
Yeah, just all the guys at FTM. Shout out to Dean on he won as well tonight, so I think it was FTM sweep for Thursdays. Shout out to all the guys at FTM, like I said. Shaggy TV, Expert Installation, Swan Speed Shop, Big Tim Race Wraps, Dean Reynolds, Super Dirt Car Series, Arson Trackside, Youth Leader for doing the broadcast. Thank you to GG Drywall Services, my dad for sponsoring the division here to keep this stuff broadcasted for us, and everybody behind the scenes at Coast to Coast.
Alrighty, great job there again, and Trevor, and we'll see how it plays out for you next week. I know I won't be around most likely, but I'll see you the week after. So, good luck with all that.
I appreciate it, sir.
All right. Have yourself a great weekend.
You as well. Thank you.
All right, that was Trevor Garou, your winner here tonight from Williams Grove. We will get ready to sign off here. Thank you all for watching here at Coast to Coast Racing Network. Have yourself a great night and a wonderful Memorial Day. And as you noticed, I didn't talk about it at all during the broadcast, but up there in the right corner here for Flinger Prop TV, thoughts and prayers out to the Bush family. So, as NASCAR lost another great driver today, so two-time champion. I'm not sure how many wins he has under his belt, but just, man, it's hard to believe he's gone. So, great job to all these drivers tonight. Thank you all for watching. Have yourself a great night and a wonderful Memorial Day weekend.
you